Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
The separation, well, it comes in the preparation. In this defense, well, they were prepared. They identified all week long the weak points in this offense, and they keep hammering away at it. This is why you do your homework, kids. Good things typically follow.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And we talked about it earlier. Brought a losing streak into the building with him. That is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative. And the best way to do that is to start fast. And, well, once again, they're not.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they are all the way into that red zone.
Coming off that carry, I go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. A gain of 45 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Jackson keeping it himself. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Jump off, caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Design run, Jackson keeping it. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Lamar now from the gun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. He's back. Derrick Henry was the intended receiver. And that makes it 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week. Continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Now we've got the first carry of the game for the rookie out of Arkansas. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hey, 43.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Running right side by Royals. And they bring him down around the 34. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action, Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Yellow.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
That's now the 3rd time that he's been hauled down in this game, and that one was a biggie. Something's got to get figured out. Either the protection's got to be shored up, or the QB's got to get rid of the ball. You cannot take those kind of negative sacks.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Running out of chances. Here's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Dumps it off to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Butker knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Oh. Hey, Alpha, what?
Out of the gun, Henry. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. 7-3 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out with 3rd and 4. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Gets it downfield, on target to Flowers. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Come on, come on. Come on. 180. 180. Hey, report. Report. Sit up.
Run drawn up here for Lamar. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now lead by 10. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks. And
oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. second and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming, and they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You can play it conservative, try to get to a manageable third down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness, and I love aggressiveness. The problem, well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed to his running back. And they make the tackle at the 38.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Hey, report! Sit on! 180!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs make it an 11-point ball game.
Ravens 21, Chiefs 10. Harrison Butker at a kickoff.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Lamar. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Drop this one down for Henry. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Time coverage for the Chiefs as they get prepped for this 3rd down. Lamar back to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
You never ever is an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
He's getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Jalen Royals, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Another throw for Mahomes. He's still going at the 30. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. Mahomes to throw for it. And oh, he got it. Interception. And the Ravens will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
This is one of the toughest tests yet of this game for the defense so far, Kate. And boy, not only did they hold up, but they turned some momentum with that interception in the end zone.
1st down throw for Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is
big game downfield. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
180. Sit on. 180. What is it?
On first down, Jackson. He's trying to go deep again. Catch is made in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Has it at the 11. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Yellow.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Hits him on the in route. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Connects with Riley. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. Butker knocks it through. And that lowers the deficit to 15. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
and those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down, Ravens.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
180. Sit up.
Flying down the middle of Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
180. Sit up. You change it. Sit up.
Lamar now from the gun. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. We've set it down from 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st down, here's Lamar. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
They'll run here from the gun. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Sit up. Hey. What?
3rd and long. They're going to throw. All the left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Report.
They send him left out of the slot. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
No, we changed it. Alpha, sit up. 180. Sit up. 180. Sit up.
3rd and long for him here. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
Had the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the 2nd half and add to it. Sure, you'd love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
Here's Smith on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So 2nd down coming up.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in ways they just have not been able to do so far.
And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Another carry for him. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
15.
First down throw, Mahomes. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
Yellow.
Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs make it an 11-point ball game.
Ravens 31, Chiefs 20.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up, 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. Complete over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Jackson, quick pass wide. And they make the tackle at the 38. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film or watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
New set of downs for him and starts at the 38. They kick the running back in motion. This one left for Lamar. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Ravens have the football, and more importantly, partner, a solid lead. Second down now, 7 to go.
180. Sit on. 180. That's it. 180. That's it. Sit on.
Dive play straight ahead. And this is near the first down, but they need 1 more yard now to get it. Third down at the 29.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Sit on.
This one set up for Lamar. Nice run across the 15. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get him, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made him pay with that one.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Hey, 57 colors.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Brought in right side by Royals. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chiefs first down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete. Royals. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Back-to-back carries here. And a productive run there on second down. That's a gain of 6.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now Jackson on third down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Jackson now on third. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down. Baltimore lined up in punt formation, and he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens take possession of the football.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. So you know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Rolling into enemy territory. And he is finally out of bounds as he takes it all the way down to the 20. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
On the dotted line, I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
180.
Motioning him from the slot right. Lamar back to throw. Setting up the screen. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Sit hard. Hey, sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
The designed run. Jackson keeping it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens continue piling onto this lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Escapes the pocket. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. So after the sack, here comes 2nd and 11.
Fire down these two.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throw here, third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield.
Ravens take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. One drawn up here for Lamar. Lining up to take a knee on second down. This one left for Lamar. Setting up for the kneel down on third.